You wanted to know how long you should wait before traveling with a young baby, and ultimately this is a good question for your pediatrician. It depends on the baby's overall health and well-being. It depends on whether or not they were premature or have underlying medical conditions that would make it unsafe for them to travel. And so based on their knowledge of your baby's circumstances, the doctor will be able to give you tailored information and advice. Generally speaking, pediatricians recommend that a baby's exposure to public places is limited until 2 months of age after they've received their first round of vaccines. Their immune systems are still developing and they're very immature and they're more prone to illness. And if they get sick, it's more likely to be severe. And so for this reason, if you don't have to travel during the first couple months of a baby's life, it would probably be best to not do so, especially if you have to use public transportation or fly on an airplane. Especially if you're wanting to travel in the winter months, because the flu and cold viruses are much more prevalent and this leaves a baby very susceptible to getting it. If you have received the green light from your pediatrician and you have to travel, do what you can to limit your baby's exposure to their surroundings. Use a car seat carrier if possible, so that if someone around you is coughing or sneezing, they're not as likely to do so on your baby. And your best safeguard is to wash your hands as often as possible, especially before you touch your baby or your baby's things. And if washing your hands with soap and water isn't possible, carry around an alcohol-based hand sanitizer and be sure to use this before touching your baby or your baby's things so you don't spread germs that you may have come in contact with to your baby. And here's one more tip if you are planning on flying on an airplane. During takeoff and landing, even adults feel uncomfortable because our ears are popping and trying to get used to the pressure. And a baby isn't familiar with this and they don't know how to fix it. They don't know how to yawn and to help it feel a little bit better to pop their ears. And so if you feed them during takeoff or landings, or at least give them a pacifier to suck on, that may help to alleviate their discomfort. If you have more questions in the future for me, feel free to ask them on our Facebook page at facebook.com/Intermountain Moms and recommend us to your friends and family too.